Hello, I'm so happy to be with you today to talk about something that's really helping me right now. And that is to remember my ancestors. Yeah, so I'm really pushing my energy down through my legs and my feet. Hey, Jennifer. And remembering those who walked before me, because they walked through a lot. Like, if I just remember my grandparents, they went through a world war and a depression, and they were like amazing people. They got through it. They had a beautiful life and after all that turmoil, and we can all connect with those who walked before us. They survived through so much, and their energy can help us right now. Just remembering them and honoring them. Of course, I think of them as like a full-on cheerleading squad going, yeah, keep going, through this challenging time. So, because what else are we going to do but keep on going, right? All right, so to wake up our ancestral energy, grab a golf ball if you have one around, because we're going to roll on our feet together to really connect to our ancestors. And then we're going to do a little bit of leg opening, because really that's all that is required to open up to those who walked before us. Just a little bit of roll of a golf ball and some leg opening. Now, in today's ageless movement practice, I have a whole practice that's really, really, really gonna open your legs, strengthen your legs, open your feet, and get you rooting way down into the earth. But let's just do a little bit today together. So grab your golf ball, and I'm just going to sit up. You could stand if you wanted to as well. And just put that ball underneath your right foot. And I oftentimes will use a lacrosse ball or sometimes a tennis ball too. So if you don't have a golf ball, you can just grab whatever you find. And like when I go to the beach, I will just find a piece of coral or a rock too, if I need to get a little connected to the earth, the ground, those that walk before me. Yeah, just to get my energy to flow down. Because when I get anxious, and these times can bring on anxiety, right? If I remember to push my energy down, I can calm down. And then if I add on, so I'm rolling around on the bottom of my right foot, this connection to my dad's ancestral line, then I can just even like bring up the image of them. And I knew some of them, and I knew what they walked through, and then I knew some of the stories if I didn't actually meet the people. And I have this, connection then to the people that walk before me. And then I know I'm not alone, right? I don't have to do this alone. I can call on their energy. It's just another resource. So notice the bottom of your right foot. Is it painful? Where is it painful? Breathe in and breathe out from that space, and just allow your right foot to open. And be curious about the spaces of tension. Again, places of tension are the places that we need to pay attention. And so spend some extra time in those places that are really painful or tight or tense. Just some extra time with your breath, and just let the ancestors know that you're really listening, that you're really connected, that you really are honoring them and what they walked through, and that you appreciate that they walked a walk as well. Now, once you've finished with the right foot, just kick the ball over to the left. And set your right foot to the floor and just notice how you can feel it so much better, right? I can feel it. Like, I don't feel my feet that much because they're so far away from me, unless I stub my toe or they are in pain in some way, then I'm like, all I can think about is my feet. But let's wake them up before they're in pain. So now I'm rolling around on the bottom of my left foot, and the sole of my left foot represents mom and her ancestors, right? And the walk that they took. And as I roll over here and notice which foot is more open, actually happens to be my left foot is more open. And be curious about that. Yeah. So I did have a little bit of disconnect on my mom's ancestral line because my mom was adopted. So my beautiful, amazing, wonderful grandparents were my mom's adoptive parents. And I feel them with me all the time. They were such important people in my life. And then I knew later my mom's real mom, because she found her after her adoptive mom died. And oh my gosh, she was just like my mom. And so there wasn't much of a connection there. But it's interesting that I have more freedom on my left foot than my right when I knew my dad's ancestors. Anyway, waking up the bottoms of your feet, and be curious, just like I spoke of my story over here just a little bit. Be curious about what's open, what's tense, what's painful, what needs an extra little moment with you, right? Yeah. And then just kick off the ball from that left foot and just sit there with your feet planted to the floor. You can even close your eyes. And if you haven't rolled on the ball, you can just plant your feet and breathe with us, and breathe into the soles of your feet and pull that energy, the breath, all the way up to your heart. And then breathe off your heart all the way down into the soles of your feet. And just in this moment, just visualize your ancestors. Some of you can actually visualize them or just see what comes up for you. And thank them. Thank them for allowing you to step into their walk, the journey that they took on this earth. And spend a moment in gratitude to them and the foundation they set. Even though there may be a story about it being hard, or you were a victim to it in some way, just let it go and just really connect in gratitude right now. And just feel the vibration in your feet, feel the awakening of your feet, and know that these people who survived so much are there with you right now, walking this walk through this time, which is going to be in history, a very interesting time to look back on, right? One of those like the Great Depression or the World Wars. Now, if you're sitting, just move forward a little bit on your chair and just reach out through your left foot. Bring your toes back, and I'm internally rotating my foot a little bit, and then just fall over that leg. And you can start to get a bit of a good stretch here. And just breathe into it. Breathe in and out. And now what you're doing is you're opening up the channel of that whole root from your butt cheek down through your heel. And this is the energy of mom and mom's teaching on your inner world. And notice the tension. Breathe through it. And just go into this space with respect. Just let yourself drop in deeper and deeper if that happens. And thank Mom while you're here. Thank her for her teachings on your inner world. Don't judge them. Maybe you've been harsh in the past. Just let it all go and just thank her. We're opening our roots to connect to the people that brought us here into the walk that we stepped into, the walk of our ancestors. And then inhale, do nothing. Exhale, crawl your way back up. And bend that knee. And just spend a moment and just feel that whole left side. It doesn't take much to do this work. It's just a matter of doing it. And you can just do it sitting in a chair and just spending a moment, right? And it can make such a huge shift for you. And then take your right foot out, extend through that heel, toes back. And I'm going to scoot myself a little more to the edge of my chair. And just so you don't fall off though. And then exhale, fall forward. And now you're connecting to Dad. And Dad's ancestral line up through the feet. Dad came here to teach us how to be, actually how to do the outer world. How to think and be and do the outer world. I keep wanting to say be, it's actually do in the outer world. And so just spend a moment in the energy of Dad, dropping in deeper and deeper if you can, and just allow that channel to open, releasing anything that you need to release, any pain, any tension. You don't have to think about it as a memory or something that's stuck in there. Just let it go. You can even bring up, the energy of forgiveness if that helps for you. Sometimes that does. Just going in with respect. Respect for our parents and honor for our ancestors. Couple more breaths here. And then coming out and planting both feet. I'm going to scoot back in my stool just a little bit, and I'm just going to sit here for a moment and feel. Whoa, I can feel my legs just energy pouring down into the earth. And you can stand up and you can feel it even more. Of course, you could do all that standing, rolling on the ball, and throwing your leg up onto a chair or something. I just wanted to do it from sitting because sometimes in this time especially, we're sitting a lot. But if you're standing now, just feel that energy flowing down into the earth. From our navel on down, we are human, and the energy flows down to connect us, to root us into the earth. And then feel that, be with it, and notice. Let's see, Rachel, I love rolling my feet out after batch cooking. I keep a golf ball in the kitchen. Yeah, absolutely do that, right? Anytime you're on your feet. Oh, hey, Terry, aloha. Jennifer Faye says aloha too. It's so good to be with all of you and your ancestors, right? You're not alone. And when you connect with your ancestors then and honor their walk, then they are all present with us. I actually am living in a culture right now that honors the ancestors, and it feels really good to remember who put their feet on the earth before you and that they survived so much so that we could come here and thrive. I mean, we're really coming out of a time where we got to, kind of explode ahead in some really great ways and some ways that weren't so awesome either. And now we're having to, stop and go inside a bit more and connect. And it's the perfect time to really root and ground into ancestral energy. So do this often this week and check out the practice on Ageless Move More, the Ageless Movement Practices. This week's is all about opening those legs and those feet and really rooting down into the earth. Try it. It helps. It'll help you get through this. Thank you so much. Let's see if there's any questions. So good to be with all of you. Bye.